In 30 BC, as Roman soldiers stormed her palace, Cleopatra VII made a choice that would echo through history. She could surrender and be paraded through Rome in chains, the ultimate humiliation for Egypt's queen, or she could die on her own terms. She chose death over humiliation. Her servants brought what she requested, a large woven container holding an Egyptian cobra, the sacred serpent of royalty. But to understand why she chose death over submission, you need to know the extraordinary life that led to this moment. Born in 69 BC, Cleopatra inherited a crumbling kingdom at just 18, forced to share power with her child brother. When his advisors drove her out, she refused to give up. She had herself smuggled to Julius Caesar rolled inside a carpet. When it unrolled, there she was, the exiled queen, bold and brilliant. Caesar was captivated. With his legions behind her, she reclaimed her throne and became his lover, bearing him a son named Caesarion. On the Ides of March, 44 BC, Roman senators murdered Caesar. Cleopatra fled back to Egypt, her dreams shattered. But 3 years later, when Mark Antony summoned her to answer questions about her loyalty, she arrived on a golden barge with purple sails, dressed as the goddess Venus. She completely outmaneuvered him. They became lovers, allies, and dreamed of ruling an empire together. For nearly a decade, Cleopatra and Antony ruled the Eastern Mediterranean and dared to challenge Rome itself. But Caesar's heir, Octavian, declared war on Egypt's queen. In 31 BC, their fleets clashed at Actium. The battle turned to disaster. Cleopatra's ships retreated. Antony abandoned his fleet to follow her, and they fled to Alexandria. Octavian's forces pursued relentlessly. Antony, hearing false news that Cleopatra had died, stabbed himself. Cleopatra survived Antony by just 10 days. Octavian wanted her alive as his trophy, the final humiliation for a queen who had challenged the empire. She refused to give him that satisfaction. The cobra's bite gave her a royal death, not a prisoner's shame. She was 39 years old. Caesarion was murdered shortly after, but her 3 children with Antony were spared, paraded through Rome in golden chains, then raised by Antony's Roman widow. Egypt became a Roman province after 3,000 years of independence. Cleopatra chose death because she knew how history remembers you matters more than how long you live. She was a brilliant diplomat and naval commander who spoke multiple languages, one of the few who nearly bent Rome to her will. She refused to live as Octavian's trophy and died instead as Egypt's last pharaoh, remembered not for her defeat, but for choosing how her story would end.